Good morning, guys. All right, the markets are open. Let's see what we get here today. Yeah, I'm gonna short opening range lows, which is I already did a starter. Which I got stopped out of. Damn it, Shady is going. Got stopped out of this thing. Tesla's an incredible squeeze. This thing has more than doubled of the lows like a month ago. Pretty amazing. Nvidia is going. This is turning into a major FOMO market right now. We went from the end of the world to FOMO. Pretty interesting. I got stopped out of my swing short on Soxel. This market is just incredible strong. Yeah, I took a start opening range lows, but I got stopped out immediately. I don't really know what to do with this market here. Everything is just going straight up. I did bite some Tencent and JD because they're coming out of solid bases, but just things are just going straight up. MDB broke out of a range to the upside. I don't know. It feels like they're gonna pull the rug anytime, but what do I know? I've been wrong for the past couple of weeks. I've been expecting a rug pull for the past couple of weeks, and we haven't gotten one, so who knows? This INSG 5G stock is straight up. Almost a triple from the lows a month ago. SDGR has a very pretty pattern, but it's just super illiquid. Very, very liquid. Yeah, Dow Jones and SPYs, there's still another 3% to go before we get to the declining 50-day on both the SPYs and Dow Jones. What about the Nasdaq? Nasdaq is at the declining 50-day, and it's also at the 200-day. So Nasdaq could be interesting if we reject here. And it is the leading sector. So if Nasdaq gets rejected here, it could be an interesting scenario. I feel like we've straight up from the lows, and there's major FOMO going on. Like everything is up, everything is gapping and going straight up. I don't know. SC is going higher. I don't know. Like this Tesla, are you kidding me? This Tesla is going straight to 800. Holy shit. That's incredible. It's one of these days when it's not even, there's no point in even doing any scans. There's just 500 names up on the day. Gold is up, everything is up. Everything is up. Yeah, I'm not even gonna do any scans. Just no point. Yeah, Netflix had a mega breakout yesterday from a multi-year range. Amazon too, yeah. These mega caps are doing really well. Big beneficiaries from the corona lockdowns and everything. Yeah, I was not positioned correctly into this. I was too cautious. I was too cautious. Should just closed my eyes and bought some triple ETF. I was long TQQ, but I sold it. I was too cautious. I was way too cautious. Way too cautious. But I'm still watching Tesla for a potential short. I'm not buying this. It's just maximum FOMO right now. I'm gonna watch for a potential first red 5-minute candle on Tesla. First red 5-minute candle for a starter short. Oh man. Yeah, everything is gapping and running. What's DXCM? What's the name? Tandem. What's this one do? Nothing. Like MDB and Q look really good on the weekly charts, taking out some long ranges. Wow, QQQs are almost QQQs are above all of their moving averages. That's amazing. Pretty amazing. Incredible strength. Yeah, absolutely. Tech has always been the future. This is just an acceleration. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of professions becoming obsolete. But man, what a boring life. Sit at home and work and sit at home and study. Exactly. Everyone's gonna be a trader. Everyone's going to be a trader. Oh man. Like I have no problem. Like I'm an introvert. I have no problem sitting at home. But man, some people they're gonna become they're gonna do suicide. Seriously, like some people are super social. I can't imagine people like that sitting at home and not having face-to-face interactions. Like I know a few people like that. Oof, they are not thriving in this environment. I can tell you that. It's one thing having like I don't know a Zoom meeting or something, but it's not the same thing for those people. Not the same thing. Look, this AMRN is almost a double from the big gap down lows. Interesting. Gold is going crazy. Exactly, I'm streaming. Doesn't take any effort. Like I can just ignore and not answer stuff in chat. Not that I do that, but I can do that. You can't do that in real life. That's the difference. So like streaming is really not that much effort. For me at least. Yeah, Zoom had that's yeah, every shot looks like this. Up 30 to 50% in the past couple of weeks. You know, past week or two. It's kinda nuts. This ICD looks weak. I don't know. I'm not in a mood to short some low float pump right now. Exactly. Can we have a little bit of pullback and sideways? Is that too much to ask for? Let's see, ICD, where is it, ICD? I'm a little bit tempted. Is it even shortable for me? I'm a little bit tempted. Oh, it is shortable. I can't believe the QQQs. It's like nothing happened. It's above every single moving average now. Nasdaq 100 is up 27% in a month. In a month. 27% in a year. That's pretty good. 27% in a month. That's just something else. Yeah, well, I don't see it becoming more chaotic than it's already been. Like the worst is over. From all the numbers I've seen, the worst is over. Now it's all about reassessing the damage done to the economy. But that may not necessarily affect the markets at all, since there's so much liquidity being pumped in. I don't know why I'm still scanning. It's just an old reflex. There's just no point. Tesla, I'm still watching that, or actually technically it did break down below its first 5-minute candle. You know what? I'm gonna short below this recent candle. I'm gonna take a starter. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna do a starter. Let's see, where is the Nasdaq? We are, okay, Nasdaq is now above the 200-day. It's right at the 50-day. All right. And the SPYs still have room to go. The Russell is a piece of shit laggard. No point even looking at this thing. Shui, well, this thing broke out a couple of weeks ago. Work. On the weekly chart, well, it still kind of broke out a couple of weeks ago. I mean, it just doubled in a month. You know, it's you know, it's straight up. Needs to go sideways a little bit. ICD. Oh, I should short this thing. 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 Okay, I got in a starter on Tesla. If it can break below VWAP and get rejected off that VWAP, I will add more. But I mean like a quarter size right now, nothing crazy. If Wayfair gets to the 200-day, declining 200-day, there could be another setup there tomorrow, potentially, or later this week. Oh, Citron is hitting GSX now. This is another miss from, man, I don't, fuck. missed so many opportunities the past couple of weeks. Some markets are just, everything you touch turn to gold, and some markets are just super frustrating. And right now, the past couple of weeks have been super frustrating. Like, I've been in a couple of things that worked, like JD. I was in this thing last week. I had a really good entry on it. I got shaken out. It looked like it was gonna fade, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I sold it before it hit my stop, and now it's just up. And now I had to buy it a bit higher. It still looks good, but a GSX I had was... There was a good entry point a couple of weeks ago, and I just dropped the ball on it. Unfortunately. Gold and silver stocks are having big run. Yeah. If you're gonna go lower, it's just gonna be a technical pullback. I don't think any headline is gonna do anything. There might accidentally be a bad headline the day we go lower, but at this point I don't think it's gonna affect very much. Unless the virus mutates and comes back deadlier. That would be a headline. GSX. Damn it. mRNA is another one. I had a good entry a couple of weeks ago, got stopped out for a small loss, and now it looks like he wants to go higher. Or if California, but isn't it locked down already? It doesn't matter. It's locked down. It's not gonna make the economy worse. I don't think it will. Tesla held so far. That first 5-minute red 5-minute candle didn't do much here. Let's see how ICD acts around the VWAP. If it fails at VWAP again, I may short some. I think it could pull back to $9-8 today or tomorrow, but we'll see about that. Oh, SSR is on? Wait, SSR is on? That sucks. That sucks. Oh, there was a volatility halt today? Oh yeah, there was. So RNG looking good also. RNG looking really good. Oh, Tesla did get stopped out. Interesting. I thought I was gonna get stopped out. Do. Like everything in my watch list is up 5, 10%, or at least some of them. Today's an alert kind of a day. Some days there's just so many alerts going off. Today is one of those. I have a starter in ICD. It's a thin trader. I am not having any. But I'm figuring I'm risking about $1 to make, I don't know, $3-4 potentially. We'll see. Hopefully it tightens up a little bit. Yeah, exactly, you know. In the market, opinion doesn't really amount to anything. Okay, I got stopped out of Tesla starter again. Apparently we're gonna go straight up. Apparently we are going to go straight up. Ah, ICD, I only have half size. Exactly, this time is different. It kind of is different this time. In many ways it is. In many ways it is. Why didn't... Oh, okay. So, man, this 10 cent is such a slow mover. I should probably sell it. Too slow of a mover. Well, at least I'm making money on half size in ICD. Man, I haven't traded like low float stock. I barely traded them this year. I'm trying to trade more and more of the higher priced liquid large cap stocks. Stuff like Tesla. Yeah, I mean, we do have some room to go. I think SPYs are gonna hit the 50-day, the declining 50-day at least. I don't think we're gonna have any kind of pullback or rest. Nasdaq is obviously already at the declining 50-day, and it doesn't give a shit. Nasdaq 100 is on its own planet. This thing doesn't give a shit about anything. Tesla, I'm looking for weakness, but right now it's going straight up. Maybe later in the day. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens later in the day in the markets and in some of the individual names. Right now there's some buying euphoria, but late days when we'll see if there is really some. Like if we close strong versus if we close weak. If we close strong versus close weak. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought so too. Big part of trading is imagining big moves. But it's kind of hard to imagine a move like this. Like if I had known this, I mean, if I had known this, I would have gone max long TQQ. But no. Man, if they just could make trading easy. Why does it have to be so hard? Why can't A always equal B in the markets? Exactly, then everyone would trade. What a retarded profession. It really is. Man. Oh, now GSX is getting some selling pressure. Q looks really good on the weekly chart. Or at least, yeah, well, it looks decent, I guess. Or it does look good. I don't know. I just don't have any opinion right now on anything. Tesla, one pivot I could see is the 60-minute candle. 722.07 is the lows. Below that candle could be a good risk reward scenario, but again, it's probably for later. It's kind of funny. You have the biggest, baddest player in the world telling you, hey, we're gonna push this thing harder, up higher. All you have to do is to front run us and make money. And we are gonna keep on doing this for years. And yet people fight it. It's kind of funny. I have thankfully not fought the Fed in my life, but at least not in the long term. In the short term, yes. No, but if you think about it, like, I've unfollowed all these guys, but there's so many bears on Twitter. Like, oh, it's gonna crash anytime. But if you have a buyer, just keeps printing imaginary money and buying assets, and all you have to do is to shut the fuck up and buy and go do something else and you will make money. It's so easy. Hmm. Is there any point in doing scans? DEAC. Oh yeah, DraftKings. Wait, this VTIQ had some bits. I was thinking about buying this thing yesterday. I guess the speculation money came back into the market. Oh, it's so thin. If we don't have a red day this week, I'm gonna quit trading. I'm gonna go all in TQQQ and never trade again. No, seriously. Even if this TQQ goes to like 70 or 80 by Friday, I'm gonna go all in. Become an investor. I'm gonna become an investor in a triple Nasdaq 100 ETF. And I'm gonna go do something else with my life. I can't, let's see, QQQs. Damn it, my fuel cell names. I was long all of these. Plug, fuel cell, BLDP. Then this Corona thing hit, and now they're back at where I bought them last time a few months ago. Obviously they need to develop some bases, but they're back. They're back. Look at how BLDP found support on the rising 150 day twice. Just beautiful. Plug too. Plug looks the same. It undercut the 200 day. Pretty interesting. If I was better at buying pullbacks, like some stocks are really good at bouncing off moving averages. Either if it's on the daily or the weekly charts. I wish I was better at buying those kinds of bounces. Just not. I'm more of a breakout guy, and hard to buy breakouts in a corrective market. All kidding aside, I think there's some major FOMO. Major FOMO. Like, SPYs are up. In 3 weeks, the SPYs are up. S&P 500. 30% in 3 weeks. I mean, can we go a bit higher? Yes, but there has to be some. There has to be a nice rug pull. There's no way this can go on. Like the V-shaped recovery you got back in late 2018, early 2019. It took 6-7 months for the SPYs to go up 30%. And now we are up 30% in 3 weeks. Exactly. Don't fight the Fed. It's not so much about fighting the Fed. It's so much. My issue has been more about believing this would happen. Exactly. Exactly. When TQQ goes to 80 by Friday and I'm max long, that's when the rug pull is gonna come. And I'm not only quitting trading, I'm also ending my own trading career. I'm gonna set myself back for years if TQQ goes from 80 to 40 and I'm max long. Yeah, I don't think any big banks are gonna go bankrupt. There's just so much liquidity in the system right now. Just incredible amounts of liquidity in the system. Interesting that this Slack, which I use, and a lot of people and companies do use as a working tool. Interesting that the stock can't get out of its own way. I've seen so many people mention Slack lately. Like people have never used it. You know, I read that their company has started using it, etc., etc. And I think they had a PR about they had their best week ever, if it was this last week or something like that. The stock can't get out of its own way. It's like Twitter. Great product, shitty business. Or shitty stock at least. Yeah, exactly. Which was the right thing to do. Imagine the shit show we would be in if we hadn't pumped in liquidity into the system. Now life can go back to normal, mostly, for most people at least. Yes, a lot of people will become jobless, or they already are, but a lot of those jobs will come back once we reopen society. Yeah. Or even a 1929 scenario when there was no money. I'm reading a book about the 1929, early 1930s. There was no there was no Federal Reserve, or I think there was maybe, but it didn't have any kind of mandate to do anything. It was just a shit show. There was no money in the system. Everything went bankrupt. No one could buy anything. It's like society just stopped. It could be 1476 kind of a scenario. You guys remember 1476? That was some bad times. Let's see here. So from what I can see, SPYs are the weakest out of Nasdaq 100, Nasdaq Composite, and the S&P 500. SPYs are the weakest. Okay, there's no point in watching paint dry. Only trades I did so far today, I went long JD. I fully expected to stop me out. NVAX I've had for a while. LVGO I've had for a while. Went long 10 cent, but this is a piece of shit. It moves so slowly. I'm gonna, even if it closes strong, I'm just gonna sell it, I think. And then I had 2 starter entries on Tesla, which I got stopped out of. And SPXL I got stopped out of yesterday, late day. I covered half, and then I covered the other half in pre-market today. And Soxel I also got stopped out of the pre-market today. Or actually out of the gate. Out of the gate I got stopped out of this one. GLD, it's straight up. I wish I had bought GDX. I wish I had bought GDX at 16 in the 60s, but yeah, I mean, what can I say? Like everything, it's straight up, and I just don't think these things will keep going up day after day. There has to be some kind of a pullback eventually. But who knows? Who knows? What's gonna be interesting is to see these stocks that are not bouncing, like BA for example. Okay, it did bounce earlier in March or in late March, but since then it's just been going sideways. What are the cruise lines doing? CCL, they're just hanging around there. What are the airlines doing? Okay, DAL looks like he wants to reclaim the declining 20-day. Yeah, no, Tesla is definitely not the weakest. Tesla is strong. All right, thanks for joining today, and you know my game plan. Happy trading, and I'll see you tomorrow.